So at last, the 2850 video is going to be done today. It has been finished for a couple of months, but never got around to doing the video. So decided on this glorious sunny Sunday afternoon that I'd make the video. Why we're not doing silage? Well, it rained very heavily actually this morning. Some very heavy showers. You can see the water lying in some of the tracks here. We're down at the new cattle shed, and yeah, that's why we're not at silage today. It's dried up nicely now on the concrete, but it would still be fairly wet on the grass end of it. Still looking like it's going to be around the middle of the week for silage, so we'll know better in the next 24 hours. But anyway, on to the 2850. Very happy with how it has turned out. We've tried to keep it as original as possible, so anything that should be green is green, anything that should be black is black, and anything that should be some other colour is whatever other colour it should be. That's what we've aimed for. Now I'm sure there's somebody going to point stuff out to me that isn't right, and if you do, fair play, I'll take it on board and check it out. But we know our way around the 50 series fairly well, so we'd like to think we have it more or less as it should be. But those are famous last words. There's always somebody can point something out to you. Toolbox repainted. That was done since the last video. It was in fairly good nick, as in it wasn't dented or banged about, but it was well faded. A little bit of rust showing through in places, so it was just all cleaned down and repainted. This decal, the John Deere sticker, it wasn't available from John Deere, so we ended up having to get a new sticker reprinted just to keep it original, and it worked out very well. Very happy with that. The John Deere here, I said before, put them on eBay, and they're not original John Deere obviously, but the issue I have in them is they should go down about another 2 inches. The John Deere should be stretched out slightly more, and it's not. And then the lettering on the 2850 is slightly smaller than what it should be. It should be slightly thicker. But look at, I'm nitpicking at little bits and pieces. The mudguards, I think I might have shown those before since they were done. They are a ZF mudguard. The axle was made by ZF on these for John Deere, and these here, there obviously wasn't a John Deere mudguards on it when it was new, because when we got it there was no mudguards at all on it, so we had to buy said mudguards. Now we ordered these here, we ordered said John Deere mudguards, and this is what come. It was a ZF mudguard. At the time I wasn't that happy with them. I wanted the John Deere mudguard, but in hindsight I'm very happy with these. They're made of cast, they're extremely strong, and not that they haven't took that much, they never had to take that much abuse, but they would take a bit of abuse if you caught them in something. They're not going to snap off. The bolts, they're the original bolts that we sent away, got them iodized, lovely new coating on them, and the rest of the bolts then in it we've used are galvanized, so you can see them there, and looks fairly well, so happy with that as well. We also sent away the nuts here on the front studs, and also the rear studs. We sent them away for iodizing as well, so that has worked out very well, and it just sets the tractor off nicely. These here, a lot of people have been asking me about these little plastics. I ordered those back when we got the tractor around 99 or 2000 from John Deere, but they're very hard to get now. A lot of people ask me where did I get them, or are they still available, and the answer is I don't think they are. You want to be very lucky. You'd want to be lying somewhere kind of like old stock or something like that before you'd be able to get them. Around the back end, I actually spent a couple of days around the back end cleaning stuff down and painting it and just trying to make a really nice job of it, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. This here is actually a rope. There was a rope on it when it come, but it had been caught in a few places, and we ordered this back, I'd say it must be 15 years ago, and could get it at the time. I don't know if you can still get it, but that is actually what was on them when they were new. The newer tractors don't come with the rope at all, but the 50 series when you bought it had them. As far as I know, they had them coming out, so a nice touch to have that again as as it was when it was new. This year was a bone of contention after we were doing some of the painting. People were saying that this hitch here should have a yellow hook. It shouldn't. John, the 2850s were always green, and if they're yellow, then somebody painted it yellow because it wasn't painted in the factory yellow. Some of the early 6.4s were also green, 6.400s. Before then, it changed to yellow. Then a little bit later on, and I think by the time they got to the 6.410s, then everything was yellow, or 6.310s or whatever. But yeah, really. Apart from that, everything else is as it should be. As I say, a lot of effort and time went into leaving it as it is there. What else have we got? That's the banger going off. I hope nobody got scared with it this time. It went off yesterday in the video, and people were saying that they got a bit of a fright with it. But yeah, you can see that again, everything here is painted as it should have been, as far as I know, from the factory. The drawbar is painted as well, and yeah, they were more or less the same then on the side as we looked over there. On the inside, we did a little bit of tidying on the inside. We put turn off the ignition. We painted this the whole centerpiece here up to the seat and back. These here were painted as well. The steps. Sorry, not the steps. The pedals, having a brain fade moment. They were all painted as well. Not so much. There wasn't really much paint put on them here. You can see it's actually wearing off already. It was just very light mist. But look, we don't expect that there to stay like that very long, because you're always going to be dragging your feet in and out by it, and you're going to have little bits of scrapes and paint coming off again. So that's really kind of it. I'll take it maybe for a little spin and try and get a little bit of footage of it just driving about. So I'm just going to take the 28 for a little spin on the road. I'm not going to go too far on it, but I haven't actually drove it on the road, so I haven't seen how the new tyres are performing on the road, and I haven't seen if I expect it to be a little bit bumpier with these tyres than the last ones, but we'll see when we get out on the road. We'll see what it's like. For anyone who's not familiar, very simple tractor. Nothing in the lines of electronics really on them. The gearbox in them is very simple. There's 4 gears in it, which are split then into a high and low range, and then reverse, which is straight back here. And then you've also got the multi-power, which is another splitter in every gear. So you've got 16 forward gears and 8 reverse. That's kind of the way it works. It'll do about 35 kilometers an hour on the road. 34, 35, and as I say, expect it now to be slightly faster with the new tyres. So we'll take it for a small spin and see what it's like. So, nearly back at the yard now. Just took it for about a mile up the road just to try it out and see what it was like. Tyres don't really feel it doesn't really feel any different on them. No, it's no bouncy or anywhere. It doesn't feel any faster either, really. So it's much the same. Yeah, it's nice to drive it again after such a long period of not really being in it other than moving it around the yard. Looking forward now to using it at the hay whenever that time comes. We'll have the tether on it as well, so I'll be just back in the yard now in a second, and we'll do a final finish up and talk on it. So we're back in the yard now. One of the things I always loved about the 50 series was the fact that it had an SG2 cab. The SG2 cab I always thought looked very well on them. That coved glass at the front, apart from looking well, it gave you great visibility out of the tractor, and it also helped. These were the quietest cab on the market at the time when they were released. They were only like 77 or 79 decibels or something low like that. So compared to the rest of the manufacturers, they had the quietest and one of the most comfortable cabs on the market. It's not very big inside the cab, but it's of a time when that's what size the cabs were. But they were revolutionary at the time. It set a precedent that all the rest of the manufacturers had to kind of live up to or work towards, with comfort and quiet of the cabs. A lot of other manufacturers or people who didn't like John Deere's, they would have said that the fact that there was only one door into the SG2 cab, that was a big red mark against it. But I never found it really an issue. 9 times out of 10 you're always getting in and out on this side anyway, because there's less room on the far side. So yeah, never really seen it as an issue. Some of the Scandinavian countries, actually the SG2 cab could be bought with 2 doors, because it was law you had to have 2 doors on your tractor. So there was 50 series tractors that had got 2 doors on their SG2 cab. So that's something that you can maybe look up and see if you can see any pictures of. I've seen them before. So yeah, that's really it. I hope you enjoyed this video and a look at how it turned out. We are very happy with it. As you can see, we haven't done anything with it yet. We're kind of afraid to start using it again, because once you start using it, you're going to start chipping paint and getting it dirty, and it'll never be as good again. That's kind of the way it is. It's like when you buy a new tractor, it's never as clean as the first day you have it once you start using it. So we will be starting to use it. We'll have it in the hay. It'll be on the square baler, and it'll be doing some of the tedding as well. It'll be on tedding duty along with the 6.4 probably. So yeah, look forward to that, and we'll see plenty of action with it. As always, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more videos. Hit the like button, throw a comment down below, tell me what you think of it. Tell me what all things we've done wrong on it, or what we need to change. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.